Hello everyone, welcome to the Beginners Carp Lake here at Angler's Paradise. It's extremely busy on here today. Near enough the entire complex is split between here on the Beginners Carp Lake and just over there on the Mystery Lake. I don't know why. I think we've got a few storms rolling in for the rest of the week, and everyone's going out to the lake which perhaps don't have as much cover as I'm showing you, as you can see, just so that they can make the most of having to go to lakes where they are not going to get continuously rained on and wind howling through at them. I don't really come to this lake very often. Well, that's not entirely true. Usually on my first day here at Angler's Paradise, when I arrive on the Saturday, what I'll do is I'll get like some surface fishing gear and I'll flip between the lakes. So I'll perhaps go to Magic and Float, and Beginner's Carp is one of them, just so I can pick a few fish off the top and get a little bit of confidence before I start the week. But I didn't do it this week, and I thought, well, do you know, I haven't done a proper video down here yet on the Beginner's Carp, mainly because it's Angler's Paradise. I don't really come here for the carp. I come here for the koi and the orf and the tench, all the fish you don't get anywhere else. But I do actually really enjoy fishing this lake. It reminds me very much of my childhood and fishing Ashmore Lakes, my family fishery, where there's just so many carp you literally can't fail. And that is the same for the Beginner's Carp Lake. Hence why it's Beginner's Carp Lake. It's just perfect for beginner anglers. It's also perfect for getting your confidence up midweek or beginning of the week or end of the week. You're generally guaranteed a good day's fishing on here, no matter what the weather. I've even fished this lake in the middle of November, and it's been absolutely freezing, howling winds, and the fish have still come thick and fast. I've got a feeder rod today. Well, actually, it's a quiver tip rod. It's really light, just for some fun. You can go a bit overpowered on this lake. There aren't very many huge carp in here. They sort of sit around 3-4 pounds as an average, I'd say, but there are some big chunker donkeys in here. But a nice light rod, nice light line can give you some really good sport. Certainly better than using the old carp sticks and dragging them in. Anyway, I'm going to mix up some ground bait because I've got a feeder on, and then I'm going to start doing a bit of fishing. Here we are, first carp of the session. Beautiful mirror, fantastic. Gorgeous. Right, let's unhook it, pop it back. First fish, let's see if we can get some more. You can see from that first fish I caught why I like to use quite a light rod. You get much more sort of enjoyment from it, really. It makes those smaller carp feel like really big carp, give you a good run for the money. And it helps to tire the fish out too, so that when they're on the bank they're not leaping around like blooming mad things and then potentially hurting themselves. As long as you give them a little bit of time in the net just before you put them back to get their breath back. Breath back? I suppose it is breath back, but the water back through their gills. It's absolutely fine. I'm just using, where are we? Maggot at the moment, just a few maggots. And actually I've started feeding down there, just behind me, just down where that little tuft is. sort of down there, because there's loads of carp just in the margins. Why am I casting right away across the other side when I could just pop a feeder into the margins just behind me, which is a bit weird, fishing behind me, but it works. There's so many carp, it doesn't really matter. And I will feed the swim out further out as well, just to chop and change. When I've caught a carp from there, I'll perhaps catch a carp over there and back and forth, just to make sure the fish have got time, because when you catch a fish they'll spook and they'll give them time to come back into the feed again. But the fish down there are up already, as you can see. And I could have bought some floating biscuits and caught them off the top, but I thought I do that a lot here. For a change, I'll get out the old quiver tip, and I'm loving it so far. Ow, ow, ow. Biting me. Well, what do you do? Stop biting. What do you do about a bumblebee? A nature boy over here. I've given up casting to the far bank. Too much like hard work. Swigging it behind me. There's more fish down there than you can shake a stick at. One of the reasons people love coming to the Beginners Carp Lake is the carp here literally crawl up the line to get to the bank. And I've just cast that in, and it's, God, you're getting mental for it. I've missed that guy. Oh. But you'd think with so many fish, because there are tons of them, and they're going ballistic, that you wouldn't have any trouble catching the carp in here at all. And it's true that often you don't. In fact, I'm not even going to put, in fact, do I? Yeah, I'll stick a bit of ground bait in. I wasn't going to put any ground bait in, but I'll put a little pinch in, just because I should really build the swim. Not that it needs building any further than it has been already. Pop it there, on top of that carp's head actually. It's mad down there. Right, put the rod tip down. And it's already jaggling about. Yeah, you'd think it'd be so easy to catch these fish, but the problem is there's so many, but you're continuously getting line bites. Fish are bumping into the line and crashing around down there. Quite often the fish are taking it on the drop. The feeder isn't even touching the bottom. And it's really difficult to tell what is just like line bite, because every now and then you'll get a whoosh, but that's just where a carp's got it caught around a fin, or oh, you're a bit on edge. You can see the carp behind me, look, down there, that's where I'm fishing, look at them. Absolute madness. Can you see? Oh, let's sit back a bit, there we are. But you're just waiting for that tip to really rock round, because they don't mess about usually. But then the other problem is there's a variety of different size fish here. There's much bigger ones, but there's also the little tiddly ones, and you don't want. Ooh. See, I missed that one as well. So you'd think it was just like shooting fish at a barrel. But it's not. It's really not. be fair, at this stage of the game I probably should just put a floating dog biscuit on and start winkling them off the top, but I'm enjoying it so much. But I don't want to do that. I don't really want to. Or I could put a float on maybe. I know it's a feeder rod, but you can still use it as a float rod. Maybe I could do that. Look at him down there. I should just float fish that, really. What am I doing? I just want to feed a fish. I just want a quiver tip. But I think I might have to change to a float. I get so many line bites. Isn't that insane? I'm getting too many line bites with that line going through the water and all the fish that's out there. And I'm changing, well, I'm not really float fishing, but I am float fishing. I will be using a float, but not that way around, probably up and down, that way around, just like a stick on the surface. This is, many of you have seen this before in some of my other videos. This is my Rudd surface fishing float. And basically it just lays on top of the water and the line with the hook on dangles down below it. That's way too long. I like to have it so it's there, so that the hook sort of is just below, and all you've got to do is watch the surface of the water. If that float dips under or goes left or right or anything, the fish is on. Of course with these carp it'll probably just go, and I can adjust the depth up and down depending on where the fish are, but they're clearly on the top, aren't they? Anyway, I'm going to pop on a couple of tasty maggots. It's a size 10 hook, so when I say a couple of tasty maggots I mean about 5. I want the fish to be able to see it. Not that they'll have any trouble, I don't think. And we'll see if this actually makes things a little easier, because at the moment it's so easy it's really difficult. Right, bearing in mind I've still got my feeder rod. Not really the right kit, but a rod's a rod, it doesn't really matter. Let's see, just by swinging that in, if I can get to come up. Now that's super shallow at the moment, I might need to drop that down a bit. Or, probably a better thing to do, stick a few loose feed maggots out there and the carp will come to me. There we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, silvery common carp with a lovely orange tail. Lovely. There we go. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe we'll wait just a minute. What? Go away. Trying to catch a fish. Oh, and a swan. Leave me alone. Go away, swan. Go away. Go on. Get out of here. Plenty of grass everywhere else, look. Oh well, now's a good time for a break, I suppose. Hopefully you're starting to get some sort of idea as to why this lake is so popular. It's madness, absolute madness, and exhausting. I've caught more fish than I've shown you, so I'm not entirely wimpy, but I'm going to sleep well tonight. It's just beating me up. They're just beating me up. That's all they're doing. I dread to think how many carp are in this lake. It's not just carp, mind you. There's golden tench and orth and rudd. But it is predominantly carp. Predominantly carp about, you know, the sort of sizes I've been showing you, really. They're not sort of, there are some tiddlers, but the average sort of good fish actually is a bit like this one here, if I can get him in. Oh, there we go. Actually, this is slightly bigger than the ones I've had before. A bit more tub to it. Right. Bloomin' mouth the size of a bloomin', you could fit an orange down. Right, careful, careful. Right. Give me a spray. The net's just between my legs, so he's bouncing around in the net. And the net shall remain underneath this one as he's fiery. Right, come on, right, no, nice and careful. There we go. I'd say that's a good fish, but he is about the size you expect from here, really. I mean, sorry to offend you, are a good fish. I'm so sorry, I don't mean it like that. Look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous carp. Big old mouth, look at that. Big old whoop. You could put an orange in that, you genuinely could. Right, okay, well, whilst you're still bouncing around, let's get you facing the right way in the net. Let's make it easier for you. No? Fair enough. He's just going to go back. Oh, there we go. Oh, go on, get out. Absolutely knackered. Covered in fish slime all down my arms. Fantastic fishing. God, if you want a carp, Beginners Carp's the place to come, for sure. For sure. You maggots. Where'd I put them pellets? Here they are. Little floaty pellet. Oh, look who's coming. Look who's coming. Let me get my rod out of the way. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not feeding you. If I feed you, you'll stay. It happens to most animals, isn't it? I've been accosted by beetles, bees, and now black swans. All the bees. Right. Oh, straight in. You couldn't make it up. You genuinely couldn't make it up. How are you going to react to this, Mr. Black Swan? Because I'm going to pick that net up in a minute and it's right by you. You hiss. I'm not hitting you with it. Don't stress. I'm just trying to land a fish around you if I can. Swan's just down there. That's where I've got to land the fish. Yes, that's it. Back off. There's a fish coming in. Actually, it's going to come right underneath your legs if you're not careful. Let me pull it away. Just go that way a bit. It's not even going to... This one's not even moving for the fish. Right, if you go... That's better. That's better. Good swan. Right. Now we can concentrate on catching the fish. Right. Come on, you're only a tiddler. Never had to juggle a black swan whilst I'm fishing before. Right. Okay, barbless hooks fall out. Right. How are you going to be? Oh, very distinctive. Missing a few scales, but there, look at that. Another cracking common. Actually, you look better the other side. Why don't I show you the other side? I've got a good side and a bad side. There we are. Oh, it's a bad side. It's character, isn't it? Right, back in you go. God, I'm exhausted. There's still fish out there. Let's keep going. Just run a little bit longer. I'm officially the last person left on the lake, and the swan knows it. Though it's not been getting a free meal out of me today. Oh, that's not even my fish jumping there, mine's over here. Oh. So they're literally leaping out the water to get into the net. Oh, I've seen this little fish milling around all day. I'm glad I finally caught him. He's got a bit of a gabby mouth, and I've seen him about, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to catch him. Oh, calm down. Oh, that's so lively. Right, where's the hook? Nice, simply in the mouth there. Well, it's a little tricky to get out because you've got like a little parroty mouth. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I'm just tired, that's what it is. Caught so many fish. There we go. There we go. You're going to jump? Let's let the world see you. Your little parroty mouth. There we go. Oh, you might have to be my last fish. Here you go. God. God, I feel beaten up. Absolutely beaten up. Been mad, but I'm so glad I changed from my feeder tactics to my little twig. Not the twig, but my little twig float. I make all my own floats, just so you know. And that's just a little bit of reed, which I've sealed at the bottom and the top. Well, top or bottom. I've only put a top on it because it's got a little orange tip. Makes it easier if I can swing it out further to see what's going on. And the line just threads through on the little bands at either end, so you can adjust it. Just paint it up, glaze it up, a little bit of a varnish, and it's good to go. God, I said that was going to be my last fish, didn't I? But I'm still baiting the hook. Oh, what am I doing? Absolutely shattered. Actually, a few people have asked on here, as I make all my floats, my fishing floats, whether I sell them or not. And the answer is no, I don't. Perhaps it should be the case. Perhaps it should be a case where I sell them, make a little bit of money to help with the costs of making YouTube videos. But I'll be honest with you, they're not that great. I'm not very good at it. I just enjoy doing it. It's nothing quite like catching a fish on a float that you've made yourself. It just gives that extra little bit of special to every single fish you catch with it. Yeah, they're not really sort of sale quality floats, I'll be honest. Oh, fish out already. Can't seem to get. There's a slight breeze going on now. It is very slight, but I can't seem to quite get it to where I want it. That's better. Oh, oh. Nice try, Steve, but you're not catching me, that one says. Not a chance. Let's pop that one in front of that one's nose and see if it wants it. Oh, he turns away. Never mind. Oh, there's one. God, there's just so... I say there's one. There's about 15. There's just so many. Oh, there we go. There's no waiting around here at all. God, my arm. Gonna have muscles like Popeye by the end of this. Okay, right. If I get this fish in, this will be my last fish. There's always one last fish with angling, as we all know. Oh, he's only a little one. Not going to give me too much of a workout. Still very beautiful. Oh, not under the bank, please. Thank you very much. And he's in the net. I don't know how many fish I've caught today. It's been madness, absolute madness. I haven't shown you half of them, and you've seen enough, haven't you? Once you've seen one carp, you kind of have seen them all. Put that down there. Oh, little lean fish again. Actually, have I caught you before? I may have even caught this one before. We get to the point where we're getting the same fish coming out every time now. And that is a sure sign that it's time to go home, isn't it? Definitely. Oh, what a fantastic day. Absolutely covered. Well, I say day. It's only been 3 hours. Only been 3 hours. And I can't even imagine how many fish I've caught. Easily over 20. over 30, I think. Could even be pushing 40. They're still coming up. No more. No more. That is just a little taster of the sort of day you could have on the Beginners Carp Lake. Imagine spending a whole day here, getting here first thing in the morning, and carrying on right away until sort of evening time now. You would just be beaten up and knackered. And the fish just don't stop. They just keep coming and coming and coming. A perfect place to come if you've been fishing some of the other lakes and you haven't perhaps done so well, or, you know, some lakes are harder than others here, but by no means is a hard lake this one, that's for sure. Anyway, like this video if you've liked it. Subscribe to the Passionate Piscator YouTube channel, and I will see you next time on the bank. Bye! Can I get my coat? Can I get my coat? Is that alright? You're not going to kill me? Please! I'm not feeding you. I'm not feeding you. Once one angler feeds you, I expect it's already too late, but once, yeah, once one angler feeds you, we'd all have to feed you, and you'll expect it every time. Don't you look at me like that. I want to get my bag. Oh, God. Going home isn't as easy as it looks, is it? I'm going to go around the other side of the trolley. I want my bag. Please, please, no. Right, now I need my phone charger. I'll come down and get it tomorrow.